Alright folks, welcome back to another video. This is Steve, aka Little Dreaming Crow, also known as Somnus Dreadraven. We're going to be doing another book review. This is my top pick on Vampyre Magick. And before we jump into everything, welcome back to the channel, to Chaos, Magic, Mysteries, and Mayhem. Alright, so before we get into the action, make sure you get yourself a drink, get seated in, settled, and we will get moving. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, I welcome you and thank you for stopping by. I do encourage you to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell there. Anytime I put out new content, you will be alerted to that, so you can go ahead and review that new material that I put out there on YouTube. If you are a returning member, I do welcome you back, of course, and I do encourage everyone to share and leave comments down below in any of the material that I present here on my channel. Also, for those of you that are new and returning, I do want to point out that I do have a new Facebook presence. I did change the name of my channel here, of course, to Chaos, Magic, Mysteries, and Mayhem. And down below there, or you should say it right there on the screen, will be a link to the new Facebook page that I have up for this channel. I do encourage you to head on over and subscribe to the group there. The reason why I did put this channel up on Facebook was for all of my subscribers to be able to go to one place and leave comments and help each other out. Let people know how they're doing in their practices. Of course, if you do have a question and somebody does want to comment before I go ahead and jump in there, by all means go ahead and do that. If you have, something that you would like to share or something that works for you. I do, of course, do not condone people being dicks to one another. Oh, and please, if you are going to come on to the group and share your ideas and perspectives, that's fine. But if you are there to cause problems or share inappropriate content like pornography or something like that, I will go ahead and ban you for that. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get into our top pick here on Vampyre Magick, and we'll get settled for the day. Alright, so my top pick in Vampyre Magick is going to be Akhkharu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Akhkharu. Akhkharu, Vampyre Magick by Michael W. Ford. There is a Kindle version of this book. If you do have Kindle Unlimited on Amazon.com, you are able to review the book, of course. And the book is also available in paper format. It is published by Lulu.com back in June of 2021, consists of 370 pages, and measures 6 inches by 9 inches. Quite possibly a man that does not need a lot of introduction. His devotion to the Luciferian vision and is also part of the Left Hand Path community and has been for quite a while. Michael W. Ford has authored over 24 books in his near 30 years as an author. Okay, Ford's publications Does include books on magical instruction while also providing readers with academic research into history, lore, and modern practices, especially into Luciferianism. And a lot of his books and material do consist of the Luciferian philosophy and practice. Okay, the term Akhkharu is referred to a Chaldean and Sumerian vampire spirit associated with the ancient demonology of the region. The Akhkharu is a dark magical state of self-transformation in a demon that seeks prana or chi of those who sleep in a dreaming state. Okay, Akhkharu Vampyre Magick is a grimoire, guiding and inspiring the aspirant towards the heretical and considerably secretive initiatory rites formulated by the Black Order of the Dragon beginning in the mid-1990s, whose core was founded on the Luciferian philosophy. From the very start of the book, the reader is given a firm foundation to the Luciferian philosophy and how it applies to vampire magic and its practices. Okay, there are lots and lots of exercises in this book. Okay, you can quite literally just pick up this book by itself and have a full grimoire for you to basically study out of without having to get anything else, really, if that's what you're really wanting to do. Okay, so lots of exercises for the student to begin and start developing their arsenal of senses and abilities to project, such as astral projection, of course, which is a large portion of the study involved there, of course, as well as techniques for absorbing and utilizing chi and prana, developing the kundalini, sonic black magic, mirror magic, the chakras and how they apply to vampire magic, how to drain the chakras and when to avoid draining the chakras, advanced vampirism, klepothic sorcery, how vampirism applies to the spheres of the klepothic tree, meditations on the paths between the spheres, invoking the spheres of the planets in their infernal forms, and a hell of a lot more, which I can probably not even talk about right now. Okay, by itself, the book is already complete, as I stated. However, if you have the notion to look into following books, or additional books, I should say, especially those related to Michael W. Ford, because he has put out quite a few books on various vampire magic practices, you will be able to find additional exercises and rituals that will continue to support the growth and development, and transformation of your vampire practices and magic. And these do include Liber HVHI, Magic of the Adversary, published in 2005. This book is sometimes referred to as the Book of the Adversary. Do not confuse this book with the one termed Bible of the Adversary. They're two different books. And I got a little picture there up on the screen to just so you know which one I'm referring to. Okay, an additional book you might want to look into is Luciferian Witchcraft, Book of the Serpent, published in 2009. There have been several edition publications since then, several revisions and editations. They are in the 3rd edition right now, so if you're interested in that, I believe the 3rd edition was... It's kind of crazy. They did like a 2nd edition, like August 10th, like 2009 to be exact, and then like 10 days later, they threw out like a revised 3rd edition. So like August 20th, 2009 would be like the 3rd edition. So that would be the one you want to get. You want to get the one that's been updated there. One book that I have covered in the past as well here is Book of the Witch Moon, Chaos Vampiric and Luciferian Sorcery, the Karanzan edition, published in 2006. So this is the 20th anniversary edition of the book. Okay. The first one, of course, penned back in, obviously before 2006. Again, make sure you get the Karanzan edition. The difference there is that the book has been revised and edited. There's additional information in there that is not found in the original publication. In addition to that, the Karanzan edition has more dedication to working with Hecate and Karanzan specifically, especially if you want to get involved with that a little bit more. You definitely want to pick up that edition. Let's see. Also, I do want to point out that Michael W. Ford does have an additional book on Vampyre Magick, or still several on top of that, but this one particularly stands out, titled Sechem Apep, Typhonian Vampyre Magick. Now, while I'm not overly familiar with this book and I haven't done a review on it, my understanding is that this book deals with more of a thelema perspective in Vampyre Magick than what we're dealing with right now. Also, the book has been termed as a darker traditions of Typhonian and Vampyre Magick of the Black Order of the Dragon. So, to me, it sounds kind of like more like an inner workings or like an inner group within the order. So you're probably dealing with some other like more darker aspects of Vampyre Magick there. And with that, folks, that is going to conclude my video on my top pick for Vampyre Magick. Again, up to this point, I have not reviewed any books by Father Sebastian, though there are a few that people have recommended to me that I may end up picking up here in the next couple months. Things are still pretty going well for me, so we'll see what happens. If I do happen to pick up those books and review them, and I will go ahead and put a review of those onto my channel and let you know what I think about those. So with that, folks, I bid you a very fond farewell. Thank you for stopping by. Infernal blessings. Take care. Peace. I'm out.